Hey, how you doing? Welcome. So everybody's eager to know who our new girl is for Quinceanera Problem TV show. And of course, always exciting to know all the great things that we're about to share with you, because obviously her experiences are going to deal with your experiences, especially because you're planning your quinceañera and you're wondering, well, how did she do, and how's that going to benefit me, right? So we're there to help each other out with your testimonial. It'll be great. So can you tell everybody here your name, please?
My name is Jessica, or Hindu Princess.
Hindu Princess, right? Hey, there it is, another special nickname that we love to baptize all our quinceañeras with. So Mr. Gus can remember everybody's names, but for some reason I can't remember everybody's names, right? There it is. Overwhelmed, everybody, overwhelmed, just like you will when you have your quinceañera, but worry no more. We got you. Hey, so I wanted to ask you, what would you consider one of your main quinceañera problems through this whole process?
I would say my main problem was choosing the dress.
Choosing the dress.
Yeah.
Wow, choosing the dress. I'm sure that you girls can relate, because y'all go to a bunch of different stores, right?
Yeah.
Go to one store, we'll go to another store, 3 stores, 5. So how many stores did you go to?
I probably went to 4 stores. 4 stores.
So every time you went to a store, did that make you go crazy, or did that just kind of like complicate things? Or
It complicated a lot of things because I saw so many pretty dresses, and they were, I felt like they were all for me, but then I don't know, I just couldn't choose.
how do you decide? How do you even decide that dress is for me? How do you get to the last 3, or how do you even decide which store you're gonna get it from?
I think I tried on so many dresses, and then at the end I was just like, I had to get something for me that fits me, my personality, and like who I am. And I guess you kind of just have to know yourself a little bit and what you like to get the dress.
When you would go to the store, was it just you and your mom, or was it you and your mom, your tía, your abuelita, your prima, y la vecina?
Well, most of my family isn't here, like they're in Mexico or other parts of the city, and it was just my dad and my mom.
Oh, wow. Easy on everybody. You don't take everybody else, because you know how we are. When we go to Walmart, we all go to Walmart, right? Hey, so then when you went to different stores, what was your experience like going to different stores? Do you like the way you were being greeted and stuff like that?
Well, most of the people there were nice, and the store that I got the dress from, they were like extra nice, but it's because my dad knows the owner, so I guess they were like extra nice because they already know us.
Hey, would you say it's mostly where you get greeted the best and you get treated the best?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like Dream Team, right? Mm-hmm. You feel right at home.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, so again, how did you went down to the top 3, or how did you go down to narrow down to the one dress you're like, okay, this is the one I'm gonna get? How did you do that?
Well, I didn't. I ordered a dress that I saw on a magazine, which I was totally against before, but I couldn't find any dresses, so I just saw a dress on a magazine. I was like, I'll just choose this one. But the place I got the dress from, they gave me a choice to change the dress a few months before if I wanted to. So if I saw a new dress, I could change it to that one, and I did. I ended up changing.
So the options helped you.
Mm-hmm.
Having more options, if something didn't work out, they were kind of flexible with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fantastic. And again, like she said, it helps having her dad knowing somebody there, because it's kind of like leverage, and it's good access for her. How much did your mom have to do with your choosing of your dress? Because sometimes a lot of moms is like, no te pongas eso, no, ese color no me gusta, y no le hagas, you know how some moms are like dead on certain things, okay, because you show here, or que no se mira and stuff. How did that work out?
Well, she was actually very supportive on what I got. I think we were both on the same page on what color to get. The thing was just me choosing my dress, because at first I was totally against going sleeveless.
Right.
And then I found a dress that was really good and looked really good, and I went for it, and she was okay with it. So she was totally on the same page as I was.
So your mom was a team player.
Most of the time.
Yeah, that's great, because a lot of girls do have a situation where there's somewhat conflict, right? Because maybe moms have certain tastes and certain gustos, and they want you to look at a certain way. So that becomes a challenge at times, right? You know. So how important it is the color of the dress to go with you? How important is that?
I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, it was about 8 important.
8?
Because my dress, when I was 3 years old, I kind of had this image of it being the same color, but it was pink, and as I grew up, I grew to not like pink that much. So I decided to go with like a pastel blue, so it kind of goes with like princess colors, and I guess it's kind of like the theme.
That pink is the one concept of my little girl with the pink, ¿verdad? Yeah, the Barbie concept, and all girls, of course, parents, we like to give our daughters that pink color, but she chose sky blue, right?
Yes.
Somewhat, right. Fantastic. And so now that was interesting in its own, and the whole experience of having a dress, as you heard, it was somewhat, challenging, but not exactly too much, because her mom was very flexible with her, and that really does help a lot. I wanted to ask you, did you have another challenge, another quinceañera problem did you face?
Well, Corona.
Corona. They call it, what's the other word for it? COVID-19. Why would you say that was a problem for you?
We had to postpone it 2 times because of Corona. It was supposed to be in April, and then we're having it in August now.
So the date moved not only once, the date moved twice. That's really complicated there, because you got to go, how does that even work with the ballroom? Go like, okay, they give you one date, they give you another date. How does that even work?
Well, they had to be flexible with us, but not too much. Our party, we wanted it to be on a Saturday, but they didn't have space for another Saturday, so we were forced to do it on a Friday. And they gave us an option to do 16 by next year, but I didn't want to wait that much, because why spend a full year planning a 15 and then having to wait another year? And I just want to get it over.
Man, tell me about it, because I've had a lot of quinceañeras that postponed. Some of them that were moved to 2021, and not a lot of girls wanted to do that, because your quinceañera is on that 1 year, and you usually want to have it on the date you're set on, because it's closer to your date of birth, and then you have to move it twice. It's uncomfortable, but then it's like it takes away from the dream, doesn't it? Because it's not closer to your birth. Now you're going away from your birthday.
Like you're older now.
There you go. And so, how did that affect? Did COVID-19 affected you?
Well, I guess it's affected me a lot. The 15. I really wanted it to be on April 18 because April 15 was my birthday, and it was just like super close. And I was really disappointed, because now a lot of people might not be able to go, and most of my friends might not be able to go. So
it's a situation where, now that things have been changed and it's a new date, some people are more sensitive than others, right? About going to the events and showing up, or being comfortable, or like, well, there's a big gathering, there's going to be a lot of people, let's do it, let's have a great time. But then some people are like kind of holding back a little bit, because do you have any people who are coming from out of town?
We had people coming from out of town, but I don't think they are anymore.
Okay. So here in the States, or Mexico as well?
Mexico and in Houston, I believe.
So Houston is definitely, Mexico is definitely not coming?
Definitely.
Yeah, because it's way far, and then there's more traveling, right? But hopefully Houston will show up, right?
If they can. They have an older child that's going to college, so it's kind of mixed up with the schedule.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what was your experience like on the time because we were off for 3 months, right? On that off time, what was your life like, on that put on hold moment?
I was at home all day. I didn't go out much, at all, I think. My parents would bring me stuff, and I would just stay there at home.
Wow. You see that? I'm sure some of you experienced some of the same things, because y'all have to be at home, we have to stay put. And what else do you do? Social media, right? Social media, whatever you do on all the different social media links, right? That everybody can get on. So, and now that your quinceañera is soon approaching, do you have another problem, another quinceañera problem you're concerned about?
As of now, everything is good, but before I did have a problem with the songs. Well, actually, a few weeks ago, I had a problem with the song.
Wow. Why is it so difficult to choose a song?
I think you want the perfect song to dance to, you know. And I hadn't heard of many songs, and I guess the first song that I looked up, that's what I chose. And then after time went by, I realized I didn't want that song, and I barely switched it up.
Wow. So having the song that you wanted, it's took you to, go back and forward several songs, right?
Yeah.
Did your parents have anything to do with choosing a song?
Only the songs I'm supposed to dance with them.
So like the ones you're supposed to dance with your dad, that your mom wanted you to use a certain particular song?
No, we had to go through a lot of songs, and my dad chose his song, and my mom chose her song.
So you that was good with you?
Yeah, I was okay with them choosing.
So then the song that you are choosing to dance with Dream Team, which is for your vals, how did that work out?
Well, that's actually the song that I switched up because I didn't know much about bass and all of that. So
Right.
I barely switched it up last week.
You see, everybody, and that's another great example of choosing a song. Everybody thinks it's just, hey, I went to a quinceañera last week, and I heard that they were doing tiempos de vals or they were doing something else, and that's the one I'm going to go with. But as she said, it was a little battle there in between, because you have to nowadays, it used to be at a point back in the 90s where we stick to traditional music, here where we're from, here in Dallas, and then but now as times when the new millennium came along, the mid to 2010, we started doing English music.
Yeah.
We started doing slow ballads in English, and now we're doing we also, a lot of the old Spanish songs are coming back as well. So what did you pick, Spanish or English?
I picked English.
Which one was it?
Fire on Fire by Sam Smith.
That's a beautiful song. A beautiful song with a lot of strength, a lot of sentiment. And if you feel that song when you're dancing, right? Exactly. So hey, choosing a song, do you recommend the girls to have a list? How do you recommend the girls to, if they're like, how do I find a song? How do I?
You know what? I recommend going through some songs that you like and that you feel that speak to you, or anything that you like, basically. But don't go over your head about the song. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still going to be a beautiful dance.
I do notice when a lot of girls come over here and practice with Dream Team, they do get overwhelmed with Fender's song. It's like they go to one song and then they look at the mom and then they look at their friend or they look at their sister, and for some reason they keep changing songs. Why is that?
I guess you just want an opinion of like the people around you. That's what I did. I asked people around me like which song is best, and that's what drove me to pick the last song that I chose. And I ended up changing my mind and changing the song to what I wanted because I chose what they liked.
It drives you insane.
Yeah.
Bananas, right? Hey, so it's interesting that you say all that. Hey, everybody, so did she mention some of the three things that I wanted to cover? She mentioned the dress challenge. She mentioned the, COVID-19 challenge. And she also mentioned the songs. Those things are really, really good examples for a lot of girls here in our state of Texas, that I'm sure that, and everywhere else, wherever you're from, California, New York, San Francisco, all over the states, that I'm sure going through the same things that she went through. And so we hope that this explanation and this brief story of her life, it will help you out, to guide you and help you of how to go about choosing, how to go about deciding, and how do you get support, family support, right? And then of course, as we talked about, not exactly having all the family there and stuff. You're having a lot of your friends come over?
Middle school friends, but high school friends, not so much.
Not quite, right? Because it's a new year for you.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Would you like to give the girls a last advice? Because a lot of girls are watching this right now. They're really concerned, and they're like chewing on nails, kind of going like what you're going through, because you're closer to date now, and you've been with us for some time, and they're maybe not able to sleep at night, or maybe they're overthinking about a lot of things. What would you tell them so they can feel more at ease?
Just don't overthink everything. I know it seems like very stressful. I understand what you're going through. But at the end of the day, just have fun and don't worry about what other people are telling you. And if you're worried about the dances and coming to practices, Dream Team actually makes you feel like super comfortable. You might be the shyest person in the world. They'll break you, and they're like another family.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We do want to make you feel comfortable, and like she said, it's where you go. It don't matter who's teaching you, but if the right people are teaching you, you're going to be okay. Thank you for watching, everybody. Another episode of Quinceanera Problem. Party! Everybody say, hell yeah!
Hey guys, this is Jessica Solis, aka Princess from Cadets. I totally recommend them. They're a pretty good family and they make you feel super comfortable. So if you're having a 50 coming up, hire them.